Hello everyone and welcome. It's KeeperMC and we continue our survival on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, 2b2t.org. And it is a new day in a village. And probably for today's episode I will simply try to show up the progress. Not in terms of the amount of emeralds I have accumulated, but generally what's up around the village, because the accumulation process will definitely take me some time. So first of all, let's take care of the usual setup. So each time I log into the server, I place them shulker boxes to slightly, let's say, empty the inventory, and then the usual work starts. So these are the shulker boxes I keep right in here at the open, let's say. And then all the gunpowder, rockets, the empty ones, everything goes back to the chest. So this is my usual setup. Of course, I also place them tools so that I can perform let's say necessarily actions. And I also enchanted myself a trident, which is going back to me, except, well, it doesn't have any decent enchantments except the loyalty and unbreaking. But that's just for fun, because otherwise it is boring. So, what is that I am doing? First of all, I probably mentioned it somewhere, or maybe not, because I scraped one episode. Quite often when I'm collecting crops, I'm getting a huge amount of seeds, which I'm having like no ways to use. And that's why each time it happens, I simply put them in the chest, and they are feeding the composter, which is now getting triggered by the light, and I will explain why. As long as the night starts, the piston is pushing it right in here, and then automatically transforms seeds, well, except by some reason potatoes, into the bone meal, which is in exchange helping me to boost several crops if they are not growing fast. And why do I need this setup with moving piston? Because this villager has occupied the composter, and when it is placed underneath the hopper, by some reason he's not able to use it. So if I'm trading with him to reset the trades, he needs to perform his tasks as a farmer. That's why during the day this light sensor keeps piston contracted, and therefore this composter is available for this dude. As long as the night starts, light detector is noticing it and is activating the piston. I mean, it's chunky, it's placed on the road, but I mean, it works, so that's totally fine with me. What else? I'm not sure if I mentioned it previously, but I also made this actually quite cool looking, let's say, shop for the shepherd. So in case if I'm trimming the sheep, I can get wool to sell. So that looks kinda nice. I don't know. It was random. I've been building it without too much of a thought put in, but somehow I really like it. Yeah, we also have this sort of natural light available to him. And what else? Well, I have a random home with the clocks by some reason, but because, I mean, why not? And probably something you already noticed, I tried to experiment with the automatic collection of sugarcane and created this farm, which is slowly collecting few pieces without me running around. And these buttons are here not because it's the only way this works, it's just for me to test, or if I see that lots of it has already grown, I can simply manually trigger it. But usually it works automatically, because I also managed to craft some observers. So as long as the crops in the middle grow up till the observer level, which means 2 blocks higher than the default, the whole setup is getting triggered and all the sugarcane is getting collected. Unfortunately, not always. That's why from time to time I am actually double checking, because some crops land on the sand and not getting collected. So if I see such, then I just walk in here and collect it manually. Because yeah, sometimes it might simply lay in here and therefore not go into the collection system. So that's something I have built. I mean, since the moment I launched it, probably like for 10 Minecraft days, it has collected half a chest, which is not much. I'm collecting way more manually, because as you can see, I also have expanded this sugarcane farm. Yeah, it gives me, I think, almost full inventory, even if not more. And, well, gives me in exchange quite decent amount. So, making some bucks over there as well. Then, what else I have done? I have expanded the farms. So previously there was just a sand. Now I have all the crops growing. And the benefit of this farm is that it's not only big, but also there are no composters around. So villagers are not messing with the crops. And as long as they all grow up, or at last a majority, I simply collect everything, replant, and I'm ready to sell. So this is kind of nice addition, because I have noticed that quite often when the day ends, I am not able to lock all the trades with the villagers, which basically means I am not having enough resources. Then I also destroyed 2 houses and built one in exchange, which is basically a sleeping quarters for 8 villagers. And at this moment I do have several villagers without a profession, because I haven't decided whenever I want to have more librarians or cartographers or the farmers to sell the crops. So that's something for me left to decide. And since I mentioned that I have enchanted a trident, I actually came up with quite interesting design. For this house, it was staying on the road. So initially I simply cut off the wall of it, and again discovered that there was an empty space. So I went ahead and placed an enchantment table. The reason for this is also that I want to get efficiency 4 or 5 on my axe, which means that I would be supposed to enchant several books. And since the building is quite small, it looks okay, and I didn't want it to rebuild it. I was supposed to actually fake this little, let's say, I don't know, bridge, so that the bookshelves would not be visible. Yeah, because otherwise this enchantment table was not giving me the 30th level enchantments. So this is my solution to this. Also, I think I managed to lower this house for like 3 blocks, because originally it was standing on a pile of sand and it was just not looking too good. So yeah, I went ahead and rebuilt it. And I think I forgot to place a torch inside. So yeah, somehow like this. And as you can see here as well, the original stairs were right in here, but I extended them, which does not look good. So I introduced additional stairs, so it kind of serves the function. And the reason is, again, to hide the bookshelves, because the building is too small to accommodate the enchantment room. And what else? Well, I'm not sure if I am gonna do this, but since I'm always having these trees in here, I decided that it could be funny to try and build a house out of the trees and maybe extend it to 2nd and 3rd floor. But yeah, for now I'm not sure, it's just messing around, let's say, in a way. Another thing here is the automatic smelter. So whenever I'm expanding the farms or, I don't know, doing some basic terraforming, I'm quite often getting some sand. And I decided that, well, since sand is not quite useful to me, because I'm not planning to, I don't know, make a TNT or anything else, I can actually sell it all to the cleric in a way of bottles, or I think also cartographer was accepting the glass panels, which means that as long as I am getting sand, I simply place it in the upper chest and it all goes down in a hopper and automatically fills the furnace. Since currently I'm not interested in experience, I also added additional hopper, which is simply collecting materials instead of me doing it all, let's say, manually. So this is also quite ugly, but simple, let's say, machine, which is saving me several minutes in this way. So yeah, this is how it all goes. I already have some, let's say, crops to be sold, but I also hear that there are some drowned. Yeah, these guys always spawn, and I also figured that I can sell the zombie flesh to cleric. So as long as they are in the big quantities, like 3, 4, 5, I'm always double checking on these guys and, let's say, collecting their flesh. So yeah, somehow like this. And well, currently it might not seem a lot, but I slightly modified the arrangement of this shulker box so that it only has clean blocks. And as you can see, I'm really close to filling it all full, which means that 25% would be soon achieved. I only need like 3.5 shulker boxes more to finish with this. Works like a charm. And yeah, I'm trying to, let's say, breathe out. Yeah, as you can see, the sensor activated the piston automatically, and all the seeds I have placed already managed to travel. I honestly not sure why the potatoes are not getting processed. I mean, I know it does not work like that, but Mojang, come on. You can get something useful out of these potatoes, not only the poisonous potions. And yeah, as I mentioned, I'm trying to breathe out since the last incident when I almost lost everything and simply collecting the goods. And now it seems to me that with the additions I made to the farms, I'm actually able to collect veggies non-stop, which means that if previously during the night it takes me like, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes to collect all the crops, including the pumpkins and melons, and then I have basically nothing to do because villagers are sleeping and I'm not planning to bother them during their sleep. Then now I can actually finish collection, and then I already can see that new crops already managed to grow. So in that sense I can collect them non-stop and sell them during the day, which kind of fastens the whole process, which is nice. And I think when I will add those probably 4 villagers I'm still not having, then the accumulation process will be way faster. And yeah, as you can see, I also applied Silk Touch on my axe already. I bought a book from a villager, which means that now instead of simply collecting like 3 to 5 slices of melon, I am always getting 1 block right away. So this is also increasing the total, let's say, yield. And so, as you can see, I've managed to collect most of it, except of this part of the farm. And, well, then next would be again to run and collect pumpkins and melons, during which time the rest of the crops would manage to grow up. And as long as I will also sell what I already have, it would be all ready for collection again. So the circle is quite stable, I would say, and I barely have nothing to do. So whenever I'm playing, I am moving forward to finally accumulate necessarily amount of emeralds, transfer them to the blocks, well, transform into the blocks, and well, who knows, maybe soon enough I will finally make it and would be able to leave this place. Except it's quite annoying. By some reason, many places have these broken tiles. I don't know if that's because of the villagers or the cats or the golems. But yeah, quite often I have to repair and plant new saplings. And yeah, as you can see, I just haven't finished collecting the pumpkins and the melons, and lots of pumpkins are already in here. So they grow rather fast, which is good. And as you can see, I already have a full double chest of goods, even more. So let's just free up the whole inventory and make some money. Yeah, I think I definitely have less farmers, or maybe not. They're all hiding from me. And probably now they're all going to go to sleep, right? Yeah, so I'm kinda late to the market. But it's okay, I will continue the next day. As you can see, just like that, we already made 2 stacks of emeralds, which turns out to be 14 blocks. Not bad at all. And yeah, the auto composter is already working. The furnace is producing glass, and you just heard the click. So yeah, the automatic part, let's say, of the village does its job quite okay, I would say. And I don't know, probably at this point this could be it for now. I really hope that soon I will be able to finish, and as you can see, I am doing some progress over here. You like that? Now you know the feeling. Yeah, this is so annoying when these drones are spawning with the trident. And I already seen one case when a few of them during the rain actually swam up to this like water level and was simply standing right in here and shooting the trident towards the golems and the villagers. So yeah, that was probably also the time I lost several villagers. Whoops. But that's okay, new villagers come with new traits. And I'm still making that dollar. At last in Minecraft. In any case, guys, if you like what you are seeing and if you cannot wait for me to finally get done with this and move over, then feel free to like and subscribe. I would also love to see you following me on X and messing around in there as well. And of course, I would be happy to see you back in the next episode. Bye bye everyone.